Here's a question nobody wants to answer honestly. When you see those viral videos, a flawless woman, perfect posture, perfect smile, turning to look right at the camera, and your brain says, wow, are you reacting to a robot? Or are you reacting to the idea of one? Because right now, in labs and on CES show floors, a very real and very heated race is underway. Companies are pouring millions into building female humanoid robots explicitly designed to connect with you, to remember your name, read your mood, and in some cases, be marketed as a companion, as a girlfriend. And the internet has completely lost its mind over it. But here's what those viral clips aren't telling you. Most of what you've seen is either AI-generated, heavily edited, or a product so early stage that calling it a companion is a stretch. And the ones that are real, they come with price tags, hard limits, and ethical questions that nobody's talking about. Today we're cutting through all of it. We're going to look at what these robots can actually do, what they absolutely cannot, who's building them and why, and we're going to ask the question that actually matters. Is this solving a problem, or is it creating a bigger one? Stay with me, because one of these stories is going to genuinely surprise you. Before we get to the robots themselves, you need to understand why this market exists at all. According to research cited at the time Realbotix debuted their flagship companion robot, roughly 3 in 5 Americans were already reporting persistent feelings of loneliness, and that was before the world spent 2 years locked indoors. Mental health experts have described what's happening as a full-blown loneliness epidemic, particularly among two groups, adolescents and the elderly. Now here's where it gets interesting. Where most tech companies saw a mental health crisis, a small number of robotics companies saw something else entirely, a market. And they started building, not factory arms, not warehouse bots, they started building her. Realbotix CEO Andrew Kiguel said it plainly when his company took the stage at CES. There's a huge epidemic among adolescents and seniors on loneliness. She can be programmed to know you and learn more about you so she can make that bond with you that feels like a genuine human connection. That's a remarkable sentence. And depending on how you read it, it's either visionary or dystopian. We're going to hold that tension for the entire video. When Realbotix wheeled out Arya at CES, the internet didn't know whether to be fascinated or horrified. Honestly, both responses made sense. Arya is Realbotix's flagship humanoid AI companion. She stands adult human height. Her face is equipped with 17 independent facial motors, enabling smiling, blinking, brow raises, subtle eye movement, the micro expressions that make a face feel alive. She can reportedly recognize your face and, according to the company, adapt her personality to individual users over time using customizable AI profiles, with Realbotix claiming broad multilingual support across its AI system. The full-body model was widely reported at CES as reaching $175,000. Bust configurations are listed separately, with current pricing on Realbotix's official product page starting around $20,000 for that format, though configurations vary. The company has also indicated that subscription-based AI access is part of their ongoing model, though specific pricing for that tier isn't publicly confirmed. But here's the reality check the headlines missed. Arya does not walk. She moves on a wheeled base or remains stationary. Her hand movements during the CES demo were notably limited, and CNET's reviewer described her expression as, and I'm quoting loosely here, somewhere between attentive and mildly disoriented. There's also the company's history, which matters for context. Realbotix's parent company, Simulacra, was previously in the business of producing silicone companion dolls. The company has since pivoted, reportedly separating those operations, and a spokesperson stated explicitly that Arya has no genitalia and is, quote, not meant for sex. Whether you take that at face value is up to you. But what isn't debatable is this. The public reaction at CES told you everything. Men joked about a girlfriend who doesn't argue back. Critics called it objectification in hardware form. And somewhere in the middle of that chaos, a real question got lost. Could a robot like this actually help someone who is genuinely, chronically alone? Let that sit. Don't answer it yet. If Arya is the conversation starter, Eliza is the conversation that hasn't started yet. And it's arguably more interesting. Developed by Eliza Studios in collaboration with Old World Labs, the Eliza humanoid robot is reportedly 5 feet 10 inches tall, designed with a lifelike silicone face capable of expressive movement and built to carry conversations, remember context, serve drinks, and according to the company's own claims, run an 8-minute mile. Pre-orders are reportedly open with a starting price of $420,000, though confirmed delivery timelines remain unclear at this stage. What's striking about Eliza Studios isn't the robot, it's the framing. The company has gone out of its way to state that Eliza is designed for, quote, meaningful non-sexual connections, and has reportedly built hardware and software safeguards to prevent the robot from being repurposed outside of that intent. Which raises an obvious question. If you have to build safeguards against misuse into a $420,000 companion robot, what does that tell you about the market you're selling into? And here's the harder version of that question. If these robots are priced at 6 figures, who actually gets access to companionship technology? Is this solving loneliness for the people who need it most? Or is it creating a premium emotional experience for the people who need it least? Now, while American companies were debating companionship ethics on a CES show floor, China took a different approach entirely. It built a female humanoid that can walk, and then opened her skin on stage to prove she's a machine. XPeng's iron humanoid robot made international headlines when it walked onto a live stage in late 2025 with a gait so fluid that the audience reportedly gasped and began speculating that a human was inside the suit. Engineers responded by taking scissors to the robot's leg covering mid-performance, exposing mechanical joints and wiring beneath, while Iron kept walking unfazed. Iron stands around 1.73 meters tall, weighs 70 kilograms, features 22 degrees of freedom in its hands, and is powered by 3 in-house AI chips delivering reportedly 2,250 TOPS of computing power. According to XPeng, the company is building toward large-scale production by late 2026, with early deployment focused on inspection and assembly roles at XPeng's own facilities and partner operations. Now, Iron wasn't marketed as a girlfriend, but the implications are significant. China reportedly has several female-designed humanoid models, from XPeng's Iron to Imoga, that are mobile in ways that Western companion robots simply are not. When the robots that can hold a conversation are stationary and the robots that can walk aren't built for conversation, you start to see the gap that still exists between the hype and the hardware. Here's where we actually land. The technology is real and it is advancing fast. Female humanoid companion robots exist today that can hold nuanced conversations, recognize your face, remember your name, and display expressions that trigger genuine emotional responses in humans. Some are real products with real price tags. Most remain expensive, limited, or early stage, but the direction is unmistakable, and the pace of development isn't slowing down. What is hype? The idea that any of these robots are ready to replace human connection. The latency and responses, the limited mobility, the price points that put them out of reach for 99% of the population. But here's the thing that most coverage misses entirely. There are already quieter, less glamorous robots doing something genuinely useful at the intersection of AI and companionship. LEQ, developed by Intuition Robotics, is one of the most documented examples. A tabletop AI companion designed specifically for older adults living alone, capable of medication reminders, proactive wellness check-ins, setting up video calls with family members, and simply being there to talk to at 3 a.m., not as a replacement for human care, but as a presence during the hours between visits. Alec doesn't look like a girlfriend. It doesn't go viral. It doesn't get a $420,000 price tag. And that might be exactly why it's the most honest version of what this technology can actually do right now. The female robot girlfriend headline sells. The real story is quieter and arguably more important. So where does that leave us? We've got billion-dollar companies racing to solve loneliness with silicone and servo motors. We've got a six-figure price tag on emotional connection. We've got robots that look human and robots that walk human. Just not the same robot. Yet. And somewhere between the dystopia critics are warning about and the utopia the companies are selling, there's probably a version of this technology that actually helps people. We just haven't built it at scale. Yet. I want to know what you think. Drop it in the comments. Is a robot companion a solution to loneliness, or is it avoiding the real problem? I will read every comments. If this video made you think, subscribe, because that's what this channel is for. We'll see you in the next one.